What's good, everyone? I want to welcome y'all to Triggered News Topics, and I'm your host, Thy Lord Amin Ra. And tonight's commentary is titled Crime Wave, Illegal Immigrant Rush. You know, in the past few years, there's been a conscious effort to allow illegal immigrants in by the mass to flood into this country by the thousands. People that has not been criminally and or medically vetted are just being ushered into this country and being crammed into the urban communities. These actions are in all rights actually are criminal because instead of going through the legal processes of becoming an American, things like having passports, going through background checks, and also studying and passing the exams of history and the laws of this country to be properly indoctrinated into the American way. But no, these people are illegally trespassing by breaking and entering, by what they call border hopping. Now, second thing is, as a non-citizen, you're not supposed to be eligible to be getting subsidies like welfare and services, uh, like job programs and stuff like that. Not any other country is doing that, but in here, in America, they are. And the crazy thing about it is, these folks haven't even paid taxes and are not paying taxes, but they're getting fast track for all the benefits. Fast track for work permits and all type of things. Uh, Housing, it's crazy. But the most egregious thing is that law enforcement seems to have this hands-off policy with these criminals. Or, I'm not saying all, but the criminal element that are coming in, they're not doing nothing. But be a citizen of this country, especially of the black descent, and walk down the street, we're getting gaffled up by the police. If we're driving down the so-called wrong neighborhood, we're getting pulled over, we're getting brutalized, or getting killed. All while these trespassers get to come in here, breaking all types of laws, even outright attacking police, and these fools don't get not a scratch on them, not a scratch, but we getting murdered just for pulling out our licenses. And if these cats do get arrested, or so-called arrested, because these cats don't even get held long. They're not even held, not even some instances a night in the system. They get right out with a desk appearance ticket. Please. You got cats with no IDs, no backgrounds, no nothing, freely walking around the street, and you think that these mugs are going to come back to court on their own cognizance? Stop it, please. Come on. If you've been abreast on the news, we've had one illegal Well, not just one. There's been a couple of these incidents, but I'm speaking of a specific incident that happened in Texas. One illegal ended up raping and killing a little girl that was his neighbor. And this fool had the nerve when he got caught to try to put the blame on black people, saying black people forced him to do it. Are you crazy? You know, in Chicago now, you got reports of these fools straight up and down walking up the streets, harassing folks, robbing old folks. In New York, you got reports of open ring prostitutions right in the streets. Some reports of being in Long Island City, Queens. We got some reports of being in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and nothing is happening to these people, folks. Now, also in the news, there have been reports that we've got cartel members by the boatloads flooding the streets with drugs and guns, you know, causing cartel fights, all types of stuff like that. They've even had reports that you've got fights in the shelters between different groups. And we also know, let's not be stupid, with all the enemies that this country have, you know we've got different groups of so-called terrorist groups up in here. I mean, it's pandemonium. And this is all happening because of our so-called elected officials, or like I say, elected official criminals, because they've done this. They, meaning both the Democrats and the Republicans, have both created this whole crime wave. I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in and listening. This is Triggered News Topics, and I'm your host, once again, Thy Lord, Amen Ra. And if you have any comments, leave it in the commentary part. And I'd like to ask y'all to please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see y'all again. Have a good night.